They were searching for nothing in particular when they found the iron gate, half open, half swallowed by ivy. A faded plaque above read, "Time doesn't pass here, it grows." The wind didn't move, but something inside them did. Inside, the garden hummed, not with bees or birds, but with ticking. Not loud, just present, like the heartbeat of something old and gentle. Flowers bloomed in spirals. Trees bore clocks instead of fruit. They paused beneath a tree whose pendulum swung lazily between two branches. Each swing matched their breath. Slow, steady. It didn't demand anything. It just reminded them, you are not late. A small table waited nearby with an open journal. Each page held a flower pressed beside a note. Not words of wisdom, but of waiting. Today I did not bloom, but I did breathe. I didn't move, but I softened. They walked on. Around them, time wasn't rushing. It wandered. Some plants bloomed in reverse. Some trees grew sideways. Nothing hurried. And yet everything became itself, in its own rhythm. They sat on a bench shaped like an old clock hand and watched petals fall not down, but upward. Somewhere between seconds, they let go of measuring. They just noticed, and that was enough. In one corner of the garden was a fountain with no water, just sound. It sang in ticking tones, like a lullaby made of seconds. As they listened, they felt their pulse slow, their breath stretch. The garden was rewriting their tempo. They found an old sundial broken in two. But plants had grown around it, vines spelling out the words. Some things bloom after the hour. They smiled. Some parts of them were blooming now. Near the center of the garden stood a tiny wooden house with a single window. Inside ticked an antique clock, but the hands spun not forward, not back, but in gentle circles. It didn't mark time. It played with it. They sat at its doorstep and opened their own journal. No expectations, just a page, a pen, and a pause. Words came not as answers, but as feelings. One phrase kept returning. I am not behind. I am becoming. Clouds drifted overhead in clockwork spirals, and the trees swayed to a rhythm not heard, but felt. They didn't need to understand the garden. They just needed to be in it, like breath, like growth. As they prepared to leave, the garden didn't say goodbye. It ticked softly behind them, as if to whisper, come again. Not when you're ready, but when you need to remember how to slow down. At the gate, they paused. In their palm, a seed waited, a tiny silver sprout given by the wind. No instructions, no timeline, just potential. And they knew this garden doesn't stay here. It's carried inside. They stepped out into the world again. The streets still moved fast. The clocks still ticked. But inside them, something ticked slower now. Not broken, just truer. And every time they forgot, they'd return. Maybe not with feet, but with breath, with quiet, with the knowing that time isn't always to be chased. Sometimes it's to be felt, blooming gently the stillness.